This is Rehbach by Kali. It's 210.95 megabytes to download. This does require 8 mods to be downloaded before you can play this map, but they will automatically download once you start downloading this map. That's if you haven't already got them downloaded. Pretty straightforward. The description does say, welcome to Rehbach, a small fictional village in Hesse, somewhere between the Wetterau and the Vogelsberg. Various farms, field barns, as well as sales and production points are waiting for you. All farms can be cultivated as soon as the associated land has been bought. However, the farms are not or only partially suitable for demolition, so it is better to use the building areas for expansion. Tells you a little bit about the farms there, but there is 6 farms on this map. 12 field barns, 29 fields, 12 meadows, 9 pieces of forest, 1 building area, 5 building sites, 10 productions, 9 unloading stations, 3 charging stations, advanced build menu, no cane, no cotton, and then it says pastures, animal grazing ready. I think that's going to be PC only. And it says have fun in Rehbach. So let's go and check it out. And here we are. This is where you start off in all 3 modes, and this is the map, guys. It's not a huge map, but it is made to feel quite big because there's quite a few things going on. They are spread around the map, and what with the 6 farms on here as well, it just makes it feel like a bigger map than it is. But it's a very nice map. I wouldn't expect anything less from Kali. I do like their maps, awesome. But we are here. We start off here. I'm in new farmer mode as always. So in that mode, we start off with these plots, which isn't too bad to start off with. We've got some very good sized fields. So plot 40 is actually the farmyard. Now all of the farms, they're not very big at all. I think the pig farm, which is over here, which we'll see later, is literally just the pig shed, and that is it. But I think all the others do have a farmhouse on there and a few sheds, etc. But like I say, we will check everything out. Now, there is a few things, including those other 5 farms, that we do need to buy for them to show up on the map. Again, I will be doing that a little bit later with you so you can see where they are. If you go onto the Mod Hub website, on one of the screenshots, there is a little key that is telling you where everything is. So all the farms, there's farm buildings to buy, there's construction areas. I think that's a construction area. There's little areas like plot 23 there, which are farm buildings. They're basically just sheds which you have to buy to be able to use them to get in there. And this large area up here is also classed as a building plot, I think, but again we'll check that out in a second. But certainly the farms, and there's some other farm silos scattered around the map. You need to buy those for them to show up, but I will be doing that. So back to this new farmer mode. This is our farmyard area, and this little bit out here, which is grass there, that is our cow pasture. So that's where our cows are going to graze. And that has got a value of 230 grand. The farms are a little bit pricey, but they do come with some sort of animal on there and a few buildings, like I said. We've got this area here, 112,000. That is a huge grass field. I'll turn to my right in a second, you'll see it. Another good sized field. We own 182 grand just over. And then this guy, again, another good sized field. That's just over 182 grand. And then this little plot here, that's just over 43,000. So like I say, that has got a silo on there. If you come on here in Farm Manager and start from scratch, this won't be showing. You will need to buy that plot for that silo to appear and to be able to use it. That is where our harvester lives. There is a shed down there. Again, you'll see all that in a second. But I think that is it for what we own. In terms of other plots, I won't go through the plots that we need to buy. I've made notes of that, but we will check that out. The building plot up here is 92 grand, just over. There's a few trees on there. I will go up into landscaping mode when we get up that way and you can see what it looks like, but clear the trees. You've got a nice decent area there. The field prices, they vary. 265, smaller plots 30. There's plots with forestry on 80,000, etc. And like I say, I'll click on the farms in a second. 111 are there, like that. Basically, if it hasn't got a number on the plot, you cannot buy it. So like this, for instance. But there you go. That is the plots of land. Now, there isn't any custom crops added in. If we scroll up, there's no collectibles on here. In new farmer mode, we do start off with a production chain, which is on our farm, and that is production silage. Basically, you can tip in grass, hay, chaff, or straw, and it will give you silage, like for like, so 1 for 1, which is pretty good. So I like that. There is contracts available on the other fields that we don't own, and in new farmer mode we do start off with 5 cows in our pen. Now some of the other farms, even if you don't own them, they do have animals in. I think it's a maximum of 5. Not all of them have. I think there's 2 that don't have any in. I think that's the chickens and the pigs, but again we'll check them out, etc. Now if you look at our vehicles and equipment, it is in need of a bit of a repair, and it all needs a good old clean. Like I said, no custom crops, plenty of places to sell though, and the crop calendar is exactly the same as normal. So that is all of that. I think I don't need to tell you any more. Hope I haven't missed anything. In terms of mods, you've got all those mods that are added in to the map for you to be able to play it. So I won't go through all of them. There is a couple that are specific to this map. So there was some in sheds. If we scroll along, you can see we've got all this Franconio built farm buildings, which is a mod that you need to download for the map. Old barn package. This one here, this field barn, that is part of the map. So it says Rehbach on there. And then there's the Rehbach buildings. So there's things in sheds. There was things in silos, quite a lot, as you can see, like so. Where else? In containers, we have this. We do have one of those on another farm, not our farm. That's a silo. I don't know why it's in containers, but it's a silo for storing seeds and fertilizer. I'll show you that when we get down to that area. I didn't mean to press that button. In tools, we do have a workshop. Again, you'll see that in a second. Then we have farmhouses. We have a couple there, which again is part of the mods that are included, or you need to download, should I say. Again, in factories, we have a few things. Now, as far as I can tell, these are all sort of standard factories that we've seen before. Some of them are slightly different buildings like that, and this sugar factory is. Now, something interesting to note regarding the sugar mill, there is no cotton or sugar cane on this map. Now, whether, I haven't tested it, whether you can still plant it, because there is nothing showing, should I say, in the crop calendar. And the sugar mill does take sugar cane. Otherwise, you're going to have to just do it with sugar beet or sugar beet cut. So just something to note there. We've got technically 2 dairies. We've got this Hesse milk, which is already on the map. That is basically just another dairy. There's our production silage, which is on our map. And in animals, just checking my notes, we have a couple of things under cows. We also have horses, a horse pasture, and under pigs we've got that, which is down at the pig farm, and a chicken coop again, which has got a silo in it, which is pretty cool mod. That I like that. And I think that is it for the animals. Under decoration and lights, there is one street light, which is a floodlight, should I say. And then others, we've got all of these placeable vehicle packs, which is one of the other mods from Alien Gym that you need to have downloaded. And then moving on into landscaping, we've got a few painting textures: animal mud, asphalt again, concrete, dirt, forest ground, grass, gravel again, rock, gravel again, and that is it. I think that is it for the mods. So apologies for going on too much there, as always. Now, slot counts for the consoles. I am on console, as always. It is in new farmer mode 1433, which sounds quite high, but you need to take into account that the other farms and things like that are on the map already. So there is potential to get that down quite a bit by buying things and deleting them if you don't want to. But yeah, 1,433, and we start off with this equipment. So it's 2 small tractors. We've got Fendt Vario 313, a Massey Ferguson 3709AL, which is a cool little tractor. Deutschfahrt harvester. We've got a couple of Welger trailers, header for your harvester, cultivator, seeder, fertilizer spreader. It's all base game equipment. A slurry tank, which is a spreader as well, a side mower, a tedder, that's a decent size that actually, a tedder, a windrower, a loading wagon, a bell loader for picking up bells. In animals, we've got a feed mixer, we've got the Lizard MKS8, which will hold a few different things, milk, water, liquid fertilizer and herbicide, and then the Joskin Aquatrans, which is just for water. Got a front loader with a manure fork attachment, and then your trailer for your header. That is it. Now if you don't want to start off with any of that equipment, you can sell it all off, get it down to 1,297, and that is the slot count for the other 2 modes, because if you come on here in those 2 modes, farm manager and start from scratch, you don't start off with anything, no land or equipment. So it is 1,297 in those 2 modes. But like I say, potential to get that slot count down even further by selling off a few buildings and things like that. That does come with a little bit of a warning though, which I will show you in a second on our farm. So I think that is it. I think I've told you everything. So I'm going to add in a little bit of money. I'm just going to show you this grass field that we own. Look at the size of that. Goes all the way around there. If you were to get rid of all those trees, you could make it even bigger. I think we own those trees there as well, do we? Let's just check that. No, that is a separate plot. Oh well. Right, I'm going to add in some money and I will see you in a second. Right, we're back with a considerable wedge in our back pocket. So I'm going to buy these areas whilst you are here. So first of all, up the top, we're going to buy plot 48, 224 grand just over. We'll buy that. If I click off that, that is our sheep farm. That actually has a spinnery, even though it's got the tip-in logo symbol there like a selling station. That is actually a spinnery, so we do start off with that as a production. If I scroll down, it is there. So pretty cool. Just wool in though to produce your fabric, so that's nice that that is actually on that farm if you have it. We've also got a hayloft for storing grass. I think it's grass. Oh, I'm not sure actually. Farmhouse though as well. Excuse me, didn't look at that. 32 will have something showing. That is a multi-silo. We'll check that out in a second. 59, that is another farm. 635 grand. I didn't tell you that price of that, did I? Just over 51 grand for another silo if you want. Just down the road from these 2 farms really. 635,000 for this farm just over, but it is quite a big one. We've got cows on there. We've also got a silo and a farmhouse. Happy days. And then from there, 39. Where is 39? Where is 39? You'd think I'd be prepared. You're screaming at the TV. I know you are. Oh, down there. It's a small plot. That again is another one of those silos. So that is there. That is 41,000 just over. 11, which is again, please don't shout too loud. That's another farm just over here. That has got chickens and cows on, also a farmhouse, and it does have one of those production silage thingamajiggies on there, so that's good. 36, that is the pig farm. 310 grand just over. So there we go. That literally just has the pig shed on there, like I said earlier. And then 67, that is 475 grand. That is another farm. That does have cows, horses on. It also has one of those silos for seeds and fertilizer. It's got a bulk goods hall. We've got a shed with farm silo and a farmhouse down there, which is good. I'm not sure why the bulk goods hall shows up like that, because it's not a silo or anything. We do have this as a silo, and I'm not sure why that shows up as a farmhouse, but anyway. And I think there is just, oh yeah, that's it. We're going to buy the other two things when we get to them. So let's get going, because this is going to take too long otherwise. So we're walking up here towards our farm entrance. Traffic doesn't seem to go through this track road here. It is literally just a couple of main roads we've got. So as an example, this is one of those farm buildings, the sheds. If I walk up to that, I cannot open the door, cannot use it. Now if I click on that, that is that plot there, only 5,232. We'll buy that. Nothing appears on the map, but we can now use that, and it's a decent shed, and we can turn the lights on anywhere in here where we stand, which is good. So decent size shed. You will need to buy them to use them. Right, this is our farm. I'm not even going to try and pronounce that. Up here we have a sleep trigger, which is good. Can't go in the farmhouse. That's the back of that shed. Got some of our equipment in here which you've seen, so nice sheds here. We can open these up. Nice sound effects like that. This is the farm production, like so. Now one thing I did notice here, there is no spanner or wrench for you to access it from like here. I went round with the help menu on, couldn't get no trigger, so you'll have to go into your main menu like this to be able to sort of control this. But you tip in there and collect out there. We've got the tankers just there. That track leads down to where we were just stood. That again is our huge grass field. I will come back to the cows. They are out there, hungry, I expect. These buildings we can't go in, they're just decorative, part of the farmhouse. More equipment there, as you can see. We can open this up, because this is where you're going to tip your feed and straw for your cows, like so. So we can go in and out of these. Can we? No, we can't. My bad. Just in here we have a little tractor. Just here, look, this is our milk point. You can see the urns like that, which is good. And then out the back we do have a manure heap, so it's going to collect in there, and that's where you're going to collect that. The slurry is down this side, so just here you're going to collect the slurry, and then we can open that side if we want to. This is your dialogue box for your cows. Like I said earlier, I've got 5 in there. You'll see them out in the field. Holds a maximum of 30 though, so only a small pasture, I guess, pen. So they are in there. Can go in here because right up the back there you can see the symbol. We've got a water trough, so you will need to give them water, but they will give you slurry and milk, etc., which is cool. So there we go. That is literally it. That is our farm, guys. Now what I said about word of warning about selling off buildings, because if I go up into landscaping mode we can sell off that. I will have to go into demolition. It says, do you want to get rid of it? Now we'll get 5 grand back for that, but I'm just going to show you a short clip of what happens to that building if you do that. So just be careful. I wouldn't sell that because it looks horrendous. But anyway, we are going to grab this little fella, and like I say, we are going to head on off because we've got a lot to see and it's going to take too long otherwise. Right, first up in here, this is a very cute little sawmill, like so. It's the usual price, so your pallets will appear there, sorry. Wood chips just where I am now. Sell your wood next door. Very, very cool, cute little sawmill. I like that. Over a nice little bridge. And again, I don't think we get any traffic on these sort of roads, the small narrow ones, which is handy really. Just to our right we've got our first sale point, that is corner shop. And then I think we need to go back this way. Yes, that's right. Because on the right hand side we have our bakery, so tip in there, pallets will appear there. Just coming up towards our farm, but we need to take this track. That is our huge, whoa, watch out dear, that's our huge field in front of us, nice wheat field there, ready to go. And then just in here we have the, what is this, carpentry, sorry, this is carpentry. And then along here again there's another one of those sheds we'd need to buy. That's a triple one to be able to use through this cool little bridge tunnel. Just stop there because on the right there that's another sale point, that is the restaurant. And then down to our left got a cool little water collection point, so you can collect your water from just here. That is free, it does not cost you. Over this little bit. I will do a little bit of a recap of where we've been in a second. But it's a very cool map, I do like it. Love these little tracks just leading along like this. And some decent sized fields on here as well. This one to our left, that is actually ours again, isn't it? That is a very good sized field. Right, just up in here is our little area that we own. So like I said, that is our silo, tip in, pipe out there. It is a multi-silo, so it's going to be multi-fruit, I would guess. I haven't tested it and I don't know how big the capacities are. Let's just quickly check that. I wonder if that would be in here. These are all bunker silos. No, I think this guy is down at the last farm we're going to visit, which is in the bottom right hand corner, so that's 300,000, but I would imagine it's along those sort of lines. We open this up, we've got our harvester there with the header and trailer looking very dirty indeed. Right, moving on out of there. It just looks really cool. It's all nice and open. It just feels like a really one of those relaxing maps where you can just come on here and just potter around, do what you want, do a lovely little bit of casual farming. Right, to our left, this is one of the construction sites that you can buy. So at the minute it's highlighting up, but we can't sell anything, so we will need to go into this mode. I'll quickly show you where we've been. So we checked out all our farm, we jumped in the tractor along there, did the sawmill down into there, went through here, down there, in there, along there, the water point, down this track to the silo, and we are now here. So I need to buy this area. Just shy of 23 grand for that. And now if I go into this mode, we can get rid of things. So that gets rid of quite a big chunk, but we can also then get rid of all these objects, and that then becomes a very nice area. Do whatever you want to. You could buy this field and square it up, make it a little bit bigger. Pretty cool, that. I like that. Nice feature on the map. Right, let's carry on. We'll come back round that way, so don't worry too much, I haven't missed it. Just in here is the shop or your store. So we've got a workshop trigger just here, and then your icon symbol just there for your shop. This is going to be your reset point, or if you buy anything it will appear here. Coming out of there straight across, we've got another one of those sheds there, so it's not part of this farm, so you will need to buy that to be able to use that. We've got a pretty good farm here. I will spin round. I mean, they're pretty good size, some of them. I know I said, you know, they are small, but for the map, they are pretty good. So this is another one of those production things that we've got on our farm. This is a shed. Again, we can stand wherever we want. This is the silo with the chicken coop mod, which is a cool mod. I must admit, I really love this. We can walk inside. We've got a dialogue box here. We don't have any chickens, but it will hold 360. Oh, that's a smack in the face. They will appear in here, and they will also go out there, which is very cool. I like that. Very smart indeed. Their feed is just here, so you'll tip in there, but you have to open this, which again is very smart, and your eggs will appear just there. I like that. Right, just in here, this is our silo. So underneath here is your pipe to collect your goods. This is where you'll tip in, but again we need to come on, I think it might be this box on this wall actually. There we go. We need to open the grill. So if you're trying to tip in and it won't tip in, that's what you need to do. I think it is that box. Now it is showing lights in here, but I couldn't find any trigger to happen. I couldn't see any light switch on the wall. I went over here and I was trying things, but it wasn't working. So hopefully some of you guys find a bit more joy with that. We can drive all the way through. That takes us onto that road that the shop is on. Can go up there. There's not really a lot of room up there, to be honest. And then if we go around here, we have more shed space. Again, lights on. We can drive all the way through this one again. More shed. All these open. There's plenty of storage, if I'm honest. This is our farmhouse. We spin round the back. We've got our sleep trigger. Again, you can't go in this, which is a little bit of a shame, but it is what it is. And then we have this, which, as you can see, has got cows in. They are already there, so even before you buy the plot, they are there. So if you do buy it, you will get some animals on some of these plots. This is going to be your milk collection point. The dialogue box is just here. We've got 5 in there, but it'll hold 45, and as you can see, they will come into that area. We can open these gates as well. Your feed and straw through the middle here. And all these doors again would open, so you can drive in and out and through. I better shut that, otherwise he's going to escape. Then around that side we've got our slurry collection point, and then a manure heap as well. So a very nice little cow shed there. I've said the milk, didn't I? It's around that side, didn't I? Yes, right. I'm getting confused now. Too many farms. Right, let's jump back in. We will get there, guys. Please stay till the end. It is worth it. It's a very cool map. So just in here, you probably saw on the way in, to the left is the dairy, so pallets will spawn there. On this side we've got an animal dealer sell point for bells and things like that loose, and we've got the actual animal dealer trigger just there for buying your livestock. Tip in there and you can buy the dairy around the front there. And driving up here, it's also one of those maps where it does feel very apt to be in a little tractor like this doing the tour. I know it's slower than a pickup, but I just think it's, again, like I mentioned earlier, just a nice lazy way to get about. Just mosey on round. It's pretty cool. Right, in this area we do have that modded in workshop, which is just there. And then in here on this grill is another sell point. That is the supermarket sell point, which is the building to our left. And then round this side we've got a fuel station, so you can fill up your vehicles and equipment. Now this is a main road, so we do get traffic on here, as you can see. But if we drive into here, this is that Hesse something or other. I'll quickly show you where else we've been. So we came out the silo, up here, in there, into that shop, into this farm area, back out, dairy and animal dealer, sale point, etc. Up here, workshop, sale point, fuel, And this is that Hesse milk, yeah. So this is just technically another dairy. So we have 2 dairies on here. I'm not sure if they are quicker productions. I'm not quite sure really. Another construction site in front of us, which we can purchase if you want to. And then we do have another sell point here, which is, what is that? That is the country market sell point. Like so. Now we're going to go out and we are going to head down here and then left, hopefully not colliding with a car. But like I say, this is the road where we do get traffic on. I think basically if it looks like this with the white lines down the middle, you're going to get traffic on there. That looks like another shed over there we can buy. I did buy the whole map when I was prepping for this, and if any of the areas that I bought didn't show up any triggers, then I thought, right, I won't show you all of those, I'll just buy the ones that show up the triggers, if that makes sense. Now in here we do have this, which is the grain trade. So again, this is another sell point. We can drive all the way around the back of there, which is nice, easy access. And then if we go off of this road now, which is good, we don't have to worry about getting hit. We do have a sell point there, that is hay shed. So again, that's going to be for grass, hay, straw, things like that, silage, bales or loose. On the right we've got our grain mill, usual sort of triggers, should I say, tipping in, tipping out. And then this one down the end, quite a nice building, this nice mod. This is our sugar mill. Like so. So I'll spin back round and we'll head back on up. We're going to visit 2 farms now. I think one's just a cow farm, the other one's the sheep farm. That is the sheep farm just over there to the right. And the cow farm we did go past just a second ago. We saw part of it when we went over the little bridge. I don't know if anyone saw, but I will show you that in a second. So here we are, nice little shed area there. I will park up about here and then I think we'll run round. We do have a bunker silo there, which is nice to have that. This is going to be your slurry collection point for your cows. As you can see, we do have cows. Again, these guys will be here when you buy it, as you can see. 5 of, holds 60 though. There is no water. Can you shut that gate please? Come on, why won't that gate shut? Oh, that's a bit. Oh, there we go. Right. Yeah, we don't need to give them water. If you look at the field info, there's no water showing there because technically it is a barn. This is going to be your milk collection point, and it is based on the base game cow shed by the look of it. So in through here, straw and feed triggers. This isn't the robot one either, this is just standard. Manure point just there. We've got some more shed space. There's the little bridge that we drove across up the top, so you can drive in and under there, which is nice, pretty cool that. So that's the cow area. We do have these sheds. This does come with the farm. Again, we can stand in here, turn the lights on, and then we've got a silo in and out. Again, that is a multi-fruit, and then we've got our farmhouse with a sleep trigger on there. Where is the tractor? So let's head on out of here. We will go and visit the sheep. Really nicely done though. Every farm's got their own little sign as well at the entrance, which is pretty cool. They've all got their own name. So I mean, even though there is some decent sized fields on here, you're gonna find it a bit tricky coming down some of these tracks with some big equipment. So it's just one thing to keep in mind there. Right, again we have sheep up there. It is going to be 5 again, but this will hold 130 sheep, and this is the sheep farm. So we do have a shed here. This one does come with the farm. Sleep trigger just there. Nice feed trough just in there for your sheep. You don't need to give them water either. Pallets of wool will spawn there. This is the hay loft, so your tip in there and your pipe out is in under here. Again, not quite sure of the capacity, but I would imagine it's going along the lines of the base game one, which is 250,000. And round the back, this is that spinnery. Now, this, like I said, this does come with this farm, so you don't need to buy it again. If you go up to the spanner and wrench, it will just take you into that menu. But that is pretty cool. Look, you buy that, you've got your own spinnery, so unload in there, and your fabric just there. And that is that farm. So not a huge farm, but it does have its own spinnery. Right, if I just stop here and go into landscaping mode, because straight on in there is that building plot up the top. So you could clear all these trees, look, do what you want. Little flat area there. I should imagine it is quite flat in here, and it's got its own sort of road that does stop there, so you could put a gate there, do what you want. You could build a farm in there. Pretty nice. I like that. Got a bit of everything on here, this map. Very cool. Right, let's move on. We are heading to that shed over there in the distance, because that is one of those silos that we bought up. Was that a hammock there? Yes, it was. I never noticed that before. How cool is that? Going back to the lazy theme, that is. Yeah, stop there and have a little snooze, I think, in between harvests. Right, just here. So unloading for your silo just there, but we do need to access it from this road track, should I say, which does link up to that road. You probably just saw that track. Can drive all the way through, tip in there. It's quite a bit of room down this end. It does have lights again, which we can turn on wherever we are stood, and you can drive all the way through like that. That is just decorative over there. That's very cool though. I didn't notice that either. Yeah, that's just decoration. Look, that's pretty smart. That goes off somewhere. Right, getting carried away now. Let's carry on. So up round here, as you can see, there's plenty of trees, so you can buy those little plots, chop them down, earn a bit of money, make some fields, do whatever you want. I think that is the beauty about this game. You can just play it however you want. And I think that's what most people love about it. Right, we will start. I will spin round actually, and we'll run round this bit. It will be a lot easier. We'll get ready for a quick exit. So just here we've got a buy point for lime, seeds and solid fertilizer just in here. And then this building here is a farm production building, so it's not like the production silage or anything like that. You do need to buy it, but it will produce all of these goods. So TMR, pig food, seed, solid fertilizer and lime. Tip in there. We will buy it. 50 grand it's going to cost you, and now we own it. We can click on that, and as you can see, produce lime, solid fertilizer, seeds, TMR and pig food. So lime is just water and stones, solid fertilizer, manure, water and straw, seeds is barley and water, TMR, silage and hay, and pig food is going to be canola, soybeans and wheat. Not too bad. I like that. Look, we can produce that. And then just behind us we've got the debris crusher for selling your stones, but if you own that you might want to produce a bit of lime. Right, we're heading down now towards the last 2 areas, I believe. I think that is all that is left. There's another one of those silos as well, but I won't stop. It is the same building as the one we just checked. Another construction plot there. Obviously you can buy that and clear that. I like these piles of logs here. That's just decorative, but nicely done. Going through the forest. And then back onto this road. Again, I don't think this is a main road. No, it's not. So we can just plod along without the worry of being hit or hitting someone, but decent sized fields. And there you go, there is that other shed that we saw just a second ago, exactly the same. That's got a silo in there. And then going through these little woods, trees, this is the pig farm. I am actually going to buy some pigs actually, because I did find something a little bit wrong with this. Now I don't know if it's because it's on this map, to do with the map, or is this actual mod, but we can go in these doors. I think they need to be opened individually. These gates here will open, so your pigs will appear in there. We can go out this way like so. This is where you're going to tip in your feed for them. Don't need to give them water because it is a barn. You can go in this way. We've got all of this. I think there is a light switch here. There we go. That turns on the lights for the whole of this building, like so, which is cool. I like the fact we can go all the way through. I can open that up, like so. I'm going to run back round. We'll buy some pigs. Your slurry collection point is just here, and your pigs will appear in these little pens in there and also out here. It seems to be very... It doesn't like this area. It seems to be very weird, acting up. 290 pigs that will hold though. We will buy 60 of them because I found that they were sunk into the ground, some of them. Yes, look at this guy over here. What? Yeah, something's a little bit off with it. It's not too bad in places, but his feet are in the ground, but that one is definitely in the ground, so not quite sure what's wrong with that, but it seemed to be a bit laggy around here. Now we're out of there, it's gone right again. Very weird. Construction site again to our left there. And then we head on down here, and this is it, guys. I promise you, this is it. And this probably, I would say, is the biggest farm out of all of them. Not necessarily the best, though. We'll stop there, because just here we have a shed. Now I think this is the bulk haul, so you can drive all through here. But like I say, I'm not sure why this is showing as like a tip-in silo type icon on the map, because it is not a silo. Do have lights in here again, so it opens all these lights like so, and it is joined on to this cow barn at the end. So feed and straw through there. We'll run through actually, give you a proper little tour. Just here, dialogue box, that will hold 45 cows. You don't need to give them water because it is a barn. All these triggers just here. Your milk collection point just there. We can go in all of these like so. I'll come back to that. That's the horses, because around this side, which I've missed, is our slurry collection point. Now, manure. I think manure, because we can go in here. I think your manure is going to appear in here in a pile. Whether you have to use a front loader or a bucket to clear them out, I'm not quite sure. Again, haven't tested, but we do have 3 bunker silos down here. We have 2 open ones and one with a walled back like so. Over here is our silo. So this is one of the mods, so tip in and pipe out just there for a silo. Can go in that door if we want, and we can drive all the way through like so. This is another huge shed. Again, turning your lights on. Lots of access in and out. Doors there, little office there if you're doing a bit of role playing. This does have a workshop inside this one, and we can drive in and out like so. So plenty of room, as you can see, for getting in and out. So that's that bit. Farmhouse, the trigger is just here. This one does have a wardrobe function, so just here, and then on the steps we've got a sleep trigger, which is good. And then this is our horses, so we have 2 in here, feed trough just there, and your straw, and then your dialogue box that will hold 10. We have 2 in there. That is it, guys. Thank you so much if you have stayed this long. Just wanted to fit everything in and show you all the different features of the map. But that is Rehbach. Apologies if I've said that wrong or saying it wrong, but that's how I'm thinking it's said. Rehbach by Callie. Hope you have all enjoyed it, guys. If you have, smash that like button. If you're new to the channel, please consider subscribing. That would be awesome. And don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos of mine. I've been Farm Sim Snowy. Stay frosty.